Hello, my name is Michael Broadway. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about cultural awareness and advocacy and kind of what they mean to me. I don't think that the ethics of advocacy and cultural awareness are really just encapsulated within counseling. I think they have to be personal ethics that we bring to work with us each and every single day. For me, being culturally aware means me not being offensive and not maybe closing the doors of a relationship before they have a chance to start. I think it's about leaning in with curiosity rather than pushing our own biases and what we think things should be. I think we see how that plays in with counseling because we see that in an orientation to professional counseling, past, present, and future trends, we see where NASAR discusses that normal human development is this really key and fundamental pillar to the counseling profession. The problem with that is, though, is we see where Guanin and Lane and their work, a counseling primer and orientation to the profession, they go on to state that this definition of normality, this definition of normal, is really strongly biased towards Western individualistic culture. Hmm. Corley, in his 2023 book, about issues and ethics in the helping profession, states that normal is really just a social construct and is really strongly influenced by the counselor's views. So, if knowing normal human development is really critical and important to the field of counseling, I think each counselor has to be really keenly aware of their own biases and how their own biases shape their perception of normal development. So for me, I can share a personal story. This is really true. Whenever I first met a young lady, I was 25, she was 27, and she was working and she was on her own, starting her career. She was out of school, but she was still living with her family. And at the time, I thought that that was really strange and really odd. I'm super grateful, however, that I didn't judge and close that door or make an offensive comment or make some sort of snide remark that made her feel less than because she was still living with her family. I'm grateful because now we've celebrated our 15-year anniversary. She's now my wife. I could have closed the door to that relationship before it ever began, and I would have missed out on one of the greatest blessings that God ever had in store for me. So, I think that this is true also in the counseling profession. We're trying to reach our clients where they are. We're trying to establish relationship, not stop the relationship before it ever begins. And you can certainly do that with a wrong comment or by being needlessly offensive. Rather, I want to lean in with curiosity, the same way that I did with my wife. I now understand, after having gotten to know her, that living apart from the family was considered an offense to the family. It was a damning condemnation of the family to move out on your own before marriage. It was a way of saying that I don't like my family and they're no good. I didn't understand that, and I certainly am glad that I didn't reject a potential relationship because I didn't understand that. So I think it's really important for counselors to lean in with curiosity and with understanding. Now, when it comes to social justice, and how does that relate in the counseling profession? Again, I don't think this is just stops at counseling. I think it has to be a part of who you are and what you want to do. I think it ties in really well to the Christian faith. In the NIV version of the Bible, it says in Proverbs 3:27, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it's in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, 'Come back tomorrow and I'll give it to you,' when you already had it with you. This do good when it's in your ability to do it." But it goes on to say, "Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustfully near you. And do not accuse anyone for no reason when they have done you no harm." So do good when you can and don't do harm. Does that sound familiar? This echoes right out of the American Counseling Association's 2014 Code of Ethics. Non-malfeasance and beneficence. Do no harm and do good when you can. So, when it comes to social justice, I think it should be a part of Christian ethic. It should be a part of the counseling ethic as well. When it's in your ability to do good, we should, and we must always avoid harm. Now, for advocacy within my community, I took a picture of the local massage parlor. We live in an industrial area, and some of the brokenness that I see there in our culture really breaks my heart. I want to address the brokenness on the part of the trafficked people who are there, and also the brokenness on those who are the clients of those places. So these are the things that are on my heart to address within my community. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it.